this gun is one of the best sniper rifles you can buy out there. I was trying to find a Barrett sniper rifle on Amazon, and I wanted an airsoft one. Now, I had 6 choices. There was one UK Arms for $30, 3 Lancer Tacticals from the price of $125 to $180, and a keychain for $16, and then this nice looking sight for only the price of $1,400. And then I thought to myself, that sight is pretty expensive, and these Barretts are pretty expensive, and that prop doesn't do anything, and that UK Arms, I don't trust. So I was going to find a cheaper one, and I did. I found this one by Evike. It only cost it $6, not including shipping. Well, with shipping, it came to a total of $11.05, which is still not a bad deal for a Barrett. The problem is that it was a tiny Barrett. It was the size of this dude's little forearm. I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at the reviews, and it is 2.5 stars out of 4 customer reviews. I was like, okay, this can't be that bad. And I looked at the 1-star review, and it just said, eh. This dude couldn't describe it better. He just said, eh. I was like, okay, you know what? I don't care about these dudes because I think this gun is one of the best sniper rifles you can buy out there. So I bought it. It came to my house, and then I got the box. I opened the box. I threw the box on the ground, and then I played with the baggy-filled sniper rifle. I took the sniper rifle out of the bag, and then what I got was a gun, a magazine, a bipod, the barrel, and then a bag of BBs. The bipod was the first thing that I looked at. The bipod felt very cheap, and I'm sure if you attempted to use it and put any sort of your body weight on it, the bipod would break in half and you would fall on your face. The next up was the assault rifle, which kind of looks similar to a HK416. And yes, it is a simple Springer, and it goes about 200 feet per second with 0.12 gram BBs. And to be honest, it just felt cheap. There was nothing really to brag about. The barrel itself, I'm like, I guess you would attach it on to the HK416 and bam, got yourself a nice Barrett. The barrel itself, it was pretty good quality. It didn't feel cheap. It felt like it would actually hold up for some abuse. And then the bag of BBs, well, I'll just let you watch this video. Amazing. I'm gonna try their BBs that they gave us, these bright green BBs. That's the thing you want in every single product you open. As for the magazine, you just fill it up with BBs, and down here this little latch, and then once that was filled, you close the latch, you would pull this little thing down, lock it, and then you would shake the magazine, put it mostly upside down, and then you would go ahead and proceed to fill it up with 6 BBs. Now, for actual performance wise, I thought that it would go through at least one side of a Coke can, but it did not do that. Jesus. Purely bounced off. It just made a little dent. So it didn't even penetrate through it. It just made a dent. That is pretty bad, but not surprising because it is 200 feet per second. So I was like, okay, well, at least the accuracy should be good because it's a sniper rifle, right, guys? This is a Barrett. You're wrong. When I shot at this little target thing, you can clearly see 2 BBs come out of a single shot. I don't know why it fired 2 BBs in one shot. It was weird. It was like a weird shotgun now, and it makes a V pattern. And sometimes it would be a direct hit towards the middle target, and one BB would just go off to the side. Or, like most of the times, it would just make a perfect V pattern and go around what you were aiming for, which is pretty dumb. I don't know how that works again. Anything beyond 20 feet, this gun is not going to hit. But anything within 20 feet, you will most likely hit. Now, not 100% of the time it fired 2 every single shot, but it was mostly almost every single shot. I did try to shoot at a can beyond 20 feet, and out of like, I don't know, I guess 16 shots, only 1 hit. Now, I want to put this gun through the durability test, and, you know, let's just start off with a simple fender. Like, oopsie daisy, I dropped my gun, you know, nothing too major. There was one problem with this little housing, though, that it was starting to increase as I dropped this, so that would probably break. Oops, dropped it again. That would probably break in the future. And I was like, okay, so let's do that again, but just like a tiny bit more force. and oops, dropped it again, and the housing again came apart. I was like, okay, let me just slam it, and yeah, there we go. I think I broke it pretty well. This little orange Nerf dart thing came out. A piece of the bipod broke off. I was not really surprised that the bipod broke. The barrel had a couple scuffs on it, and of course the gun itself was broken off, the front end here, and yes, of course, it still works. So far this has an A+ in our test because it still works. So I was like, okay, well, how strong is this barrel? I tried to break it with my arms. I was bending it, but I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm gonna use the tactic knee bender thing, and it broke in half almost instantly as I did that, so that failed. And then I was gonna do the same thing with the gun. I tried to do my hands, didn't work, and I just did the old-fashioned knee bender thing, and it broke almost in probably 3 seconds. And I was like, oh man, I broke off the shoulder pad. Now I got this cool submachine gun. It's a buy one, get 4 free guns in one package deal. My god. And yes, it's still fire. I just broke off the shoulder thingy, and it's not gonna break down that fast, guys. So I was like, okay, what if I was really stupid? So I slammed it as hard as I could with one arm, and it just chipped off more things. And yes, it still worked. Magazine though was fine. So I was like, okay, what if I was really stupid? So I slammed it down even harder with my arm, and I broke it into a lot of pieces, and that's where it just lost its quality. So as you can see here, my Note 8 is doing a fantastic job recording this. I appreciate the Note 8, and there are all the pieces that I could find. There were a lot more, but they were sent into the stratosphere where I cannot find them. And the gun failed the durability test, where I slam dunked it into the concrete with both my arms at full force. It was pretty good, I guess, while it lasted. Now, some side notes in my actual series review. Oh my god, man, that phone has a ring this time. Damn it. This gun was fun. I enjoyed the gun while it lasted before, I broke it down in pretty much under 2 minutes. If you're gonna use this gun as a prop, sure, but the thing is that it is tiny. It is a 3rd scale, so that is probably not the best choice to even use this gun as a prop. Like, it does look detailed, but it doesn't it's not a real size gun, so I wouldn't recommend using it as a prop unless you're trying to meme yourself. Some side notes is that it had no safety feature. It did have it, but it was fake. You couldn't turn it. It had no safety whatsoever. On the side of the gun, it had Chinese text and the name MK6 something. And I was like, that's not what I ordered, but okay, whatever. I guess this is how cheap this gun is, that they couldn't, I don't know, just remove that or just add the word Barrett next to it. Either one would have been great. And another side note is that this little thing right here, I don't know what to call it. I guess the tip of the bag is Chinese, and the scope is in there. And when you see the scope, guys, that's how you know when the product's terrible. When you see this crosshair built into the scope, and it's like if you're not even supposed to use the scope because there's a laser going through it. So my review of this, as in if I were to give it 4 stars or some crap, I would probably give it 4 stars. I would give it more if it didn't have that Chinese thing, but with that little MK679 thing next to it and these little Chinese bull crap, I was like, you know what, guys, I don't remember paying for some Chinese bull crap like this, so you know what? A star deduction. Now, for the actual price, I pay $6 for the gun and then $5 for shipping. So for a total of $11 for a Sniper Barrett lookalike. Again, it looks great, but it is only a 3rd scale, so it's not as cool as a full-size one. Performance-wise, it's garbage. I'm like, you guys saw the test. I literally fired from I don't know, 2 feet away, maybe a foot, and it just shot 2 BBs and made a V pattern. As I stated, that V pattern, when you do it at longer ranges, that V pattern is going to continue to expand and go around your target. Basically, I tried to shoot a tree from 80 feet away, and the tree was, I don't know, probably 5 foot. 3 feet wide, 4 foot wide. It's kind of hard to miss. This gun missed it with both those shots because it created a perfect V around it. So the aim of this gun at big targets like that, you would actually aim to the side of your target, and you would probably have a better chance of smacking your target by doing that rather than aiming directly at the target. Now, would I recommend this product to a child? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, the child could still have lots of fun. I'm like, this bolt thing is pretty fun to use. I struggle on the first pullback of the bolt, but after like 2 to 3 pulls, it was fine. I'm like, I don't know how it would be for like a child, but for me, it wasn't hard. I think for a child, it would be a bit difficult. So the pullback spring would probably be hard for children. But I'm like, how that gun looks and how you can transform it from a assault rifle to a Barrett for only the price of $12 that is not a terrible deal right there. That is quite fun. And I had fun again while I use this before I smash it into lots of pieces. All right, so I'm gonna throw all the pieces in the garbage, and well, oh, and if you're wondering where the gun's at now, I picked up all the pieces, I threw it in the garbage can, and I still have the magazine today, and I'll probably keep that forever.